Hello there and welcome to Game Rock UK. This is the Elder Scrolls Online review so far. So, first impressions to ESO is that graphically impressive, as you would expect from a modern day MMO such as Elder Scrolls Online. So the graphics are sort of to be expected. But every Elder Scrolls game does have impressive graphics, so this was never going to change that that focus that they do on their Elder Scrolls games. However, this game does lack some features which can be disappointing for certain gamers, such as the endgame content. The endgame content on this game is not fantastic. It's good, but it's not fantastic. The reason why I say that is because they've got a PvP mode, but they've only got one PvP mode. And also you've got dungeons. And so people who are PvPers may want to see a little more PvP modes being added in the future. But nevertheless, they've only just finished making the main game, and so stuff like that could be added later. Obviously, they've got to try and fit it in with the games and all that, so it may take some time. But I think they may, they probably will add more PvP modes and more endgame content later on, like later on in the year. A lot of people have been asking whether this is worth the price and whether you should be, should you be saving your money for another game or another MMO that's going to come out or whatever. I personally think that you should buy the game now if you want to play the game at its best. The reason why I say that is because when MMOs first come out, they have a lot of hype behind them, and generally when you first start playing an MMO, the best time to play them is when the hype is there. Because the hype is so much fun playing with tons of thousands of people that are joining you. Obviously, I'm not saying this game is going to fail in 6 months' time or anything like that, but the player base may decrease over the coming months, because as an MMO comes out, you get people that just play it and then they leave and go and play another game, and they don't come back to it, and so I think the peak time to play is probably now on release. So I think if you're planning to play this game, now is the time to get it, because now is the time you're going to get most enjoyment out of the game itself. Do I agree with the sub fee? Yes, I do agree with the sub fee. I think it is worth the sub fee. I think they've put a lot of money into this game, and they've got to get something out of this game. And so I think the sub fee works. I mean, a lot of people complain, but I don't really like comparing MMOs with other MMOs. But let me just give you a WoW example here. WoW has used subscription since it's released. No one's ever complained about the WoW subscription, and it's a fantastic game. As soon as other MMOs try their subscription method, everyone seems to start complaining. Now, to me, I think that's a bit harsh, and I think every game deserves a chance. So I think Elder Scrolls certainly is definitely worth the subscription fee. However, because of the endgame content and the lack of it, they need to be proactive on the expansions. And this is something which I've been talking about with a lot of other gamers, that the endgame content needs a better brush up, and they need to do it fast, because the worry is that if they don't keep people entertained at max level, that they're going to just leave. And if they don't be proactive and get the content out there and keep putting out content for this MMO, then I can honestly see this game turning free to play later on in its life. So as an MMO, you need to keep dishing out the content. You need to keeping people happy with the content. You need to keep people coming back to the game. Once they reach max level, people like to be, people like to just say, oh yeah, I'm going to come on because I need to do this, I need to do that. If there comes a point where you're not saying that, and players are not saying that, then that becomes a concern, and then that could decrease the popularity of the game significantly, and it could in turn turn it free to play as a last straw. So it's very much in Bethesda's hands at the moment, this game, and it's very much wait and see what Bethesda's do in the coming months. However, as I said earlier, if you want to play this game, the best time to play it is now. In 6 months' time, if Bethesda hasn't delivered the goods, we may be looking at a different story. But at the moment, it's a good game. Lots of content, lots of quests to keep you entertained. It's a gigantic world. Obviously, all the games combined: Oblivion, Morrowind, Skyrim, like all it intertwined into this game. So it's packed with tons and masses of content. You're never short on quests, which is a brilliant sign. And the quests are one of the best quests I've ever played on an MMO. And the reason why I say that is because all the quests are pretty much chained quests. So it's not just like go and collect this, here's your reward, or do this. It's all different events that you do. So it's like, go and investigate this, go and report back to this guy, go and do this, go and do that. Oh, this guy's going to turn evil, go and kill him. And it's all stuff like that, and it just builds in. And then the combat in this game, which I'll show off in a minute, I'll just find a mob for you now. The combat in this game is tactical as well. It's not just shoot and kill. It's I mean, probably the ones which I'm going to demonstrate now, I'll probably shoot and kill because it's probably thing. But when you get to like the more harder mobs, you got to be a bit more tactical about it, especially in the quests, and you got to you got to dodge their attacks. You got to do that, because if you get in the way of the attacks, you will die. Yeah, you're not invincible in this game and early on, and so it's very much keeping you entertained, keeping you exploring, keeping you thriving for the Elder Scrolls lore. And that's what I love about this game. That is one of the things I do love about this game. Another thing which I like about this game is the character customization. Obviously on an Elder Scrolls game, that is what you would expect, but in an MMO, that is perfect, because character customization is amazing. And I'll be putting up a new character customization video in the coming days to show off the character customization. I know I did post one up in the beta, but I'll post another one up in the coming days to just to see if anything's changed and that. I don't think anything has changed since the beta on the character customization. Everything pretty much looks the same from the beta, but I'll redo a video on that so you guys can see that. Anyway, so yeah, we got masses of world, got masses of content. One thing people are getting a bit, they're not disappointed about it, but they're they're a bit shaky about it, if that makes sense. Is the leveling. The leveling is a bit of a grind. Just to get to level 10 is a bit of a grind. And you've got to do a hell of a lot of quests just to reach level 10. Level 10 is the PvP level, minimum level. So as soon as you reach level 10, you can access PvP, which is the only mode of PvP you can ever access. So make sure you don't burn yourself out on it too early, because when you reach endgame, that's pretty much all you're going to be doing. So make sure that you use your PvP wisely. But although I say it's the only PvP mode here, it is a very good PvP mode, and you know, it's a lot of all the factions come together and have a massive battle. It's like a battlegrounds type thing, and so well, it's like a sort of like if you're familiar with Guild Wars 2, the world versus world versus world, it's sort of like that. So yeah, it's a lot of players come together to clash. So it is really fun. But it's no quick games. It's no quick rounds at all. It tends to go on for quite a while. So it's good to have a group of mates with you when you're playing the PvP, so you can coordinate and have a lot of fun. That's the combat there for you guys. As you can see, I'm a sorcerer, which means I get these Daedric summoning spells, and I've got an unstable Clanfear which I can summon, which is like a raptor looking thing. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, the review on the Elder Scrolls, what would I rate it out of 10? I'd probably rate it an 8. That's quite high for an MMO. I don't really give MMOs that high rating early on, but I think this game is very much alive. I think this game is very much going to be one of the key MMOs of the year, and I honestly can see a good future. But as I said earlier, it's very much resting in Bethesda's hands at the moment, whether this game will thrive or not. They've got to keep the content up. They've got to keep people entertained. As soon as they drop off, that's when problems start to occur and the decaying of the MMO starts. So it's very much in Bethesda's hands at the moment. They've got the ball's in their court. Let's see what they've got to do. But at the moment, this is a great game. The best time to play is now, upon release, because this is where all the hype starts, and when MMOs are first launched, it's always the best time to get on there and play on the servers. Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention, by the way, guys, is that Elder Scrolls runs on mega servers. I don't know if you're familiar with a mega server, but it means when you log on, you're not having to select a server. You're on a massive server with everyone. So I'm on the European ones, because obviously I live in Europe. So I'm on all the people in Europe are all on one gigantic server. So you don't have to go on different servers to join different people, all on one. And then if you're in North America, you're on a giant North American server as well, so you can play with all American people. I don't think you can switch servers. I haven't seen a method where you can switch between servers to, if you've got any American friends or European friends and you want to switch. I don't think you can. I haven't seen any feature that allows you to switch. Nothing in the game anyway. You might be able to do something in the files, but let's not go into that. Anyway, I'll give this an 8 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoy it. My in-game name is... what is my in-game? Spell Tamer. Feel free to add me. I'm in the Dominion clan. Come and join in. Have fun on the game. Any questions, just comment below. Check out my streams. I'm going to be streaming Elder Scrolls Online a lot in the coming days. Twitch.tv/GameRockUK. Give me a follow. Give me some support. Trying to get my streaming thing off the ground. So come and hang out with me. Enjoy Elder Scrolls Online, guys and girls. And literally just give this game so much attention. It is an amazing game. As I said, Bethesda has done a really good job on this game, and hopefully they can keep up and dish out loads of content. Cheers for coming, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the game.